See you. Wake up and rise, open your eyes. It's breakfast with the Thomases, the ultimate prize. Mental Wellness Monday, work it out Wednesday, pay it forward Friday. We're seizing the day. Digital finance, harmony of love, serving food to what goes to rising as the beat and it Eastern on P2G TV. Breakfast with the Thomases, come eat with me.
Hey, here we go, Mr. Thomas.
Yes. Oh, that is the theme song. That is our theme song. Yeah.
That's what's up. Sorry I was a minute late because I'm gonna be really honest. I wanted y'all to get that good video. We got a guest in next week. Today is Pay It Forward Friday, and we are coming with the juice, with the info. We're coming with the money on the table, the blood in the water. We're making it happen. All of those charts. Y'all scared to death. And right now you need to be ready because you're getting in position. Come on, Mr.
Gotta be ready.
Go ahead. Let's go. What we doing, baby?
Grand rising. Welcome to Breakfast with the Thomas. And this is Pay It Forward Friday. Oh man, I am so excited. This is Alvin Thomas, World Banker, and I'm here with my partner.
How you doing?
That's Miss Ruby right there. Yes,
absolutely. I'm being a clown and a fool today because it's on.
I am so excited because this is my favorite time of the year. This is football weekend. This is the ultimate football weekend. Yeah. But we're not here for that. We're really here.
Hold up, yes we are. Super Bowl weekend is definitely a thing, and since I'm making ducats, we doing our thing, and I am.
Okay.
And I'm not gambling on the game.
No,
there's no gambling on the game. I'm playing a whole nother game with the market.
Yeah, we're playing in the market. So what I want to talk about today, we're really going to share with you. A lot of y'all guys have heard. A lot of people have heard about this internet influencer called Mr. Beast. And you may know that he's looking on putting together a financial institution.
Mm-hmm.
He's partnering with some major players, and they're supposed to be bringing crypto into another space in centralized marketing. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for the internet, the big talk over his supposed coin, the BFS.
Now, Alvin, we gonna stop putting too many words into it. I'm excited. Let's go.
Yeah,
I got time for all of that.
I'm trying to lay the groundwork so people know what they're gonna see right now, and I don't want
to show them, and we'll have a conversation after. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's go. Let's run it.
Conversation. Get to the info. Let's do that.
Let's get to the info.
All right, Mr. Thomas, you did it. Go do it.
All right, let's go.
I had hit play. To Breakfast with the Thomases. If this your first time, I would suggest that we get it popping. Hold on a second. Let me see. Oh, what did I do? I stopped it for my friends. Oh, we can't stop it for my friends. Hold on a second.
No. Let me know when you're ready, babe. Let me know.
You ready? We hit the button, Mr. Thomas.
AKA Mr. Beast, finally launching his own cryptocurrency. Guys, right now.
That's fine. We can hear it. Go ahead, Mr. Thomas.
The crypto world is in a frenzy. Search interest for Mr. Beast Crypto has rocketed over 100% on Twitter. And tokens like BFS are exploding over 200%. But this isn't just about another meme coin. Because just days ago, if you remember, we did a video on this, a massive $200 million investment from Bitmine was announced for Mr. Beast's parent company, and it was targeting DeFi financial services. But guys, while the big money's moving in, okay, we've got these internet sleuths. They've uncovered what looks like a hive of about 50 wallets allegedly linked to Jimmy, sparking claims of a $23 million in pump and dump profits. So is this a legitimate move into the future of finance? Or is the beast, right, the beast name being used to lure you into a massive 2026 exit scam? Guys, let's follow the money and let's make sure everything's legitimate. So first, we have to talk about the legitimate side. Mr. Beast is no longer just a YouTuber. He is building a financial empire because in late 2025, we saw this, his company filed a trademark for Mr. Beast Financial. And as of January 15th, 26, Bitmine, owned by Tom Lee, one of the world's largest Ethereum treasury companies, put $200 million into Beast Industries. So we know that part is legitimate. And their goal was to integrate DeFi directly into a Mr. Beast banking app. Hey guys, this is huge. This is big time because we're talking about potential mass adoption from millions of Gen Z and Gen Alpha users. And if this app does launch, it's not going to be a random coin on a decentralized exchange. It will likely be a fully regulated ecosystem. But this official hype has created a shadow market of fake tokens that are draining people's wallets right now. So here's where it gets controversial. While Bitmine is betting on Jimmy's future, researchers just released a bombshell report. They claim to have mapped a hive of over 50 crypto wallets linked to Mr. Beast dating back to 2021. And the allegation is that these wallets made over $23 million by investing early in low-cap tokens like Superverse and then selling them to followers. In one case, a $100,000 investment reportedly turned into an $11 million profit before the price then crashed by 90%. But now, Jimmy's team has previously attributed these moves to an external fund manager. But in 2026, with a $5 billion company valuation on the line, the stakes are higher. Whether these allegations are true or not, the market believes they're real. And that's why these new Beast tokens are pumping. People think they're following the whales. So this leads us to the current viral sensation, the token BFS. This token first appeared on Solana just 48 hours ago. Promoters are using edited clips of Mr. Beast's recent Super Bowl ad teaser to make it look like he's endorsing a Beast Financial Solana coin, BFS, Beast Financial Solana. But let's be clear. This is a coordinated social media campaign. There's no white paper. There's no official team. And most importantly, Mr. Beast's actual DeFi partnership with Bitmine is focused on Ethereum, not Solana. So whales are using the BFS ticker to capitalize on the news of the $200 million investment. At least that's what it looks like on the surface. Hoping that retail investors won't know the difference between a community meme coin and a billion-dollar corporate equity deal. So how do we spot this influencer scam? Okay, I mean, number one, it's a blockchain mismatch. BFS is on Solana, not Ethereum. There's no regulatory filing, and there's also a negative balance myth floating around. So in 2026, scammers are smarter. And here's how you stay safe. First, blockchain mismatch. If the news says Ethereum partnership and the token is on Solana or Base, it's more than likely fake. And again, this is not financial advice, but you have to read into it. You don't want to get rugged. Number two, the liquidity check. Almost 1,400% of crypto growth this year is impersonation scams. If the token doesn't have at least $1 million in locked liquidity, you are the exit liquidity. And number three, the billionaire narrative. Jimmy recently told the Wall Street Journal he has negative bank balances because he reinvests everything. Scammers use it to say he needs this coin to fund his videos, but don't fall for it. He's a billionaire on paper. He doesn't need your $500. Okay. So the truth about Mr. Beast crypto coin. Wait, what's the truth here? The official Beast financial platform is coming, but it's a corporate banking play, not a moon coin you're going to buy on Uniswap. The $23 million in alleged pump and dumps from the past should be a warning. When it comes to influencers in crypto, always verify the wallet, not the thumbnail. So what do you think? Is Jimmy the one who finally brings DeFi to the masses? Or is the hive of wallets a red flag we can't ignore? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I will be tracking the BitMine deal as it closes on January 19th, and we'll also be tracking any news on Mr. Beast and an official launch of his own cryptocurrency. Until then, hit like, hit subscribe, stay safe, trade smart, and we'll see you in the next one.
Suki. I told you we was gonna bring blood in the water today. I told you that's where we were going. This is the only thing that we're doing all day, y'all. Give me 1 second. One of my my other platform just dropped. Let me get it going.
Was that not powerful? Was that not a powerful piece of information to have a hold of? You know, one of the things you got to really look at is the idea that there's a lot at this time with everything going on. There's a lot of stuff happening in markets all over the world, you know, and you have to be mindful of what you do with your where you put your funds and understanding how to get in and get out.
Mr. Thomas, please reload. While that's not what we're talking about. The most important part of that video was doing the research, not following celebrity rhetoric. No. But wait. So look, we in 100%. I teach this. So we teach digital financial literacy. And because we do, this coin created a beautiful experience for us and an opportunity. We are in the very pump and dump he speaks of. Yes, we are. And we're there, but we're there in action. We're there with full knowledge of what it is. Okay. And it is a class. Alvin, change the video if you want to show the next one. So you handle your business. And
we may not be doing the next one. I'll be very honest. This so much to unpack here. We may not.
We're not doing my class online. So therefore, if you want the rest, you're going to have to come to class, but you need to get a lot of info on this. You guys got to pull it in. Like I said, we literally just had this discussion last night. The coin is plummeting right now. What happened, Miss Ruby? No problem. I got you. So our class discovered the coin, the hype of the coin. And of course, we're a community, so someone brought it in. I always do my research on what it is. I told them from day one, this is what a pump and dump it is. And we just did cyber safety and cybersecurity class. And this is what folks were saying. Well, this could be a big one, and we following this, that, and the other. So we got a chance to show them exactly how a pump and dump works, how the market works, how influence works, how data works, how scams work from the inside out. We are on the floor at the scam. I'm not at the back of it, at the back end. I'm involved like the people buying the scam. But I'm different because when I came in the door, I have an expectation. I too you are using this process to create my wealth. But I'm not greedy because I have learned to control my determination. I returned to okay. So my trading coach used to explain it. He said you gotta set your profit margin and you gotta set your stop loss. And when he taught me that, it got clear and solid in my mind. When I go into something, I already know what I'm trying to pull out. It's a strategy. That's all it is. If you're in crypto, you know, if you're in crypto, you know what's going on. You know what you've been around a while. You know what this is. And you know, get in because that's what they're doing. That's what this may not even be Mr. Beast. And as you heard your boy from his research, it ain't Mr. Beast. So what? Play the game. So this is the thing. I'm just trying to let y'all in on those something, okay? I've been scammed before. I've also been in pump and dumps where my coin lost value. I was exit liquidity because I didn't know this. I built a program, the interactive classroom program to teach people how to research and to recognize these things. But even more so, how to stop being afraid of them and learn to strategically use them. Because we got in this last Thursday.
Yeah, and the strategy is the key to it all.
When our student told us about the beast and all of that, we did the research in the classroom. We did everything together. We studied it along the weekend during our other programming. Guys, let me tell you a little something. A sister said, no problem. Slide in 150. Because I know when I do new projects, I have a cap. See, you got to know your profit margin. You got to know your limits. Folks who come in, I'm going to do 1,000. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do, okay. I also know what my willingness to lose is. I know what I'm willing to lose, and I know to get out. I'm not going to let something fall apart with my cash on it because I know to pay attention. What gave me the clarity to this whole thing was they based it off of an announcement during the Super Bowl.
An upcoming announcement.
A coming announcement. So I recognize this strategy. You all heard this and seen this before.
Yes, you have.
That's a reiteration of a strategy. We watched Elon Musk do it. Come on, somebody. Y'all rest. You watched Elon Musk do it with the Dogecoin. Only Doge already existed for 10 years before the conversation. It just didn't have a purpose. He repurposed the coin, got what he wanted. We taught that in class too. Because until you understand what's happening around you or what you're looking at, you don't know how to use it to your ability. So we teach strategy. We show examples. You can see it in the news. Y'all can feel it in the air tonight. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to let folks know. This ain't a game. It's real. And let me.
But it's so exciting. It's so exciting.
How real it is. Hold up. Let me just give them a little something. I got in the game at 2 cents, between 2 and 3 cents. Right. I'm about to pull y'all into my little game. I'm gonna pull you in live. All right. Let me see it. Share screen. All right. What you're looking at right now is the actual. This is Lord have mercy. I'm looking at the what is the name of this platform now?
Phantom.
Yes, it's Phantom. So Phantom, and that's the BFS coin he was talking about. The BFS coin, and for those who can't see it, I'm just gonna share with y'all. I pulled in on the BFS coin about 7 days ago. 7 days ago, it was about 3 heading into 4 cents. People were coming in, they was gathering these coins up. I got a couple thousand. I think I got about 10 grand, 10,000 in coins alone. Because I only put like 150. It's okay. I said, all right, I'm willing to lose that. That's not the rent, y'all. But I'm not playing to lose. I know what's coming. I knew that all these people, let's put it on the 1 week. Show y'all the 1 whole week from here. Dang it, they don't have this on this one. Dang it. All right, let's do 24 hours. All right, straight up. So in 24 hours, we got 24-hour chart, right? It shows the whole time. This coin ain't but it's about a minute old. Coin about almost 20 days old. Y'all get that? That's the first thing gave it to me. The next thing that gave it away was, guess what? We can't find the developers. They ain't got no team. I teach this, y'all. We actually have a written strategy on how to figure this out before you go putting first dime into something. You have to know what to do. This is why we train you. We train you in how to see this so that your eye is so trained you can say yes and no without even thinking twice because you know what to look for. You don't have to get scammed. You can use a scam coin and make money. Baby, I done made my money and been out. I came out of one. Okay, let me just explain. So for y'all that, y'all that really need to see something, I got in at 2 cents. The coin is at 8 cents and going down right now. Last night, the height of this coin was 10 cents, almost 11 cents. For $150, I took credit. I took my first look. I was not crazy. A couple of days later, I doubled my money. I pulled out my half. I took my money right out the game. So I'm not playing with my money anymore. I'm playing with all profit, whatever comes out of it. God bless in America. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You have to have a strategy. You have to have your own exit strategy. But you first got to know what you're into. Because too many of y'all run after coins that celebrities tell you, and you don't have the personal knowledge. That is why Jay-Z took his time and went to Marcy Projects a couple of years back to teach them how to do this. This is why P2G started 5 years earlier and created the same damn program out of Harlem. And we've been teaching people ever since how to see this stuff. Not just this, but I'm talking about every coin opportunity. We're teaching you DeFi. We're teaching you how to flip coins into physical gold and silver and how to have actual assets. But what are y'all doing? Are you I'm sorry. Are you running for the information or are you running away from the possible scam? Y'all get that? You so scared to be scammed. You doing nothing with your money and getting played 7 cents, brother. 7 dang cents. And we still got 2 more days. Now, wait. Notice that the market's coming down. I'm still in profit. Remember, I bought it at 2 cents. I'm still in profit. I could pull my account right now, every dang dime of my account. And I doubled my money. What you're seeing, and that's heavy movement, because you're seeing people who understand on both sides, folks that are getting out. Y'all see those deep dips? Yep. This is the pump. That is the dump. Here we go, a pump. And they trying to dump. We got 2 more days that you got some folks that ain't paying attention looking for that big money.
That big run.
They got them coins sitting in there doing nothing. They ain't even paying attention. They say, I went to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna make my millions like I did, like them people did with the Doge. You got played. If you stopped at that information, you got played. And I'm telling you right now, if you're sitting on the information, here we go, got to get us back. The only way for you to get played in this game is if you are not paying attention and you have no financial literacy.
And you're not doing the work.
Literacy is not in your vocabulary or your lifestyle right now. I'm telling you, come to class. You welcome the our free Wednesdays. I had free Wednesday last what was it, 2 days ago? You know,
yes.
I had one person show up. After we talked, it was over. They signed it up. You know why? It made sense. They know they need this new information because it's hard to keep up on your own. And I guess what? The government got you right. They ready for the ones that don't want the knowledge. They ready to put you back on their train. They're on their little treadmill. Oh, yes. You don't want information. You need somebody to run this. We know y'all not smart enough. Y'all don't like to read. We got something for you. Looking forward to those CBDCs, that controlled money, where we know what you spend, how you spend it. Oh, we give you permission.
One more thing to get permission for.
Money, you're going to need to get some new information. If you want real assets instead of the fake ones where they're contracts and someone can still tell you no, then you need to be paying attention. We teach P2G stands for pennies to gold. Pennies to gold, all things you can hold on to that you own.
Yeah, absolutely.
My question is what's gonna happen? Alvin, you brought that beast coin on today. I was shocked that he even was paying attention that's what we've been doing. This is what we just taught last night in the class. I'm not. Wait a second. Let me just end this up.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to make my entire, wealth off of one thing. And I'm not teaching anybody else to. I'm teaching you all to employ strategies that create financial funds for your bills. Because your bills don't stop. Okay? And I told everybody, do your bills have employees? Do your bills have employees, or is it just you? Seems like you got more bills than you got in hours in a day. So it's time for you to turn your bills into employees. Your bills need to have streams of income, not just you doing it. So with that, we call it the no lazy money lifestyle.
Yes.
Let's get it popping on P2G. It's time to come to class. Get to DFL. And now I'm done. You could go ahead, baby. As Miss Teresa would say, and I'm complete. That's right, sis.
Now, Monty, I brought this to her yesterday. And she was like, oh, no, I think we're going to rock this a certain way. And she was very, very low key. I want you to see low key hiding behind the coffee mug this morning. She done lost it. I guess she caught the excitement. But what are we really talking? We're telling you what it really is. The pump and dump has its pros and its cons. But if you don't know how to figure it out, you're waiting for somebody to tell you when to come in and when to come out. That's not how the game is played. It's never going to be played that way. You're not going to get ahead that way.
Control.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ran out that tip you don't know how to control, and no one was there to share with you what to do with it.
This is, and a lot of people are here because a lot of people jumped on the BFS for one simple reason alone: FOMO, fear of missing out again. They don't want to miss out.
Oh no, I missed the Doge dance. Just like that. Let's go, Bitcoin.
And that's what it is. That's what people are feeling.
Yeah.
But no, that's not what we're talking about. This is a strategy, a plan, a purpose, a set goal for what you want to create.
Exactly.
And this is why we brought you to BFS today and this morning, and we want you guys to really get it.
I'm glad that you did that because we got to hear about the actual Beast Financial Services program that Mr. Beast is working on, and it can be a great opportunity. But you get to know what you're looking for and what you're not. And in this case, I'm like, I watched this thing. We monitored this process. We monitored the ups and downs the whole week. You know what I'm saying? And you can see fear and greed pushing in on both sides, and then working around each other. And when we explain things like, people are starting to understand finally the marketing, the part that they hate in my class right now is the trading part, because they really had a harder time with the candlesticks. Now I just want to shout out to Dennis Senate, who we've worked together in this area, and people, you have the very few people who run with it and the others that actually take on, take it on. And then most of the class is like, nah, but they don't understand. You have to be able to see the market in order to make your money. You may not like trading, but you still have to understand the market, because the market's where your profit is.
You got to be able to read.
Once you get into that nice little consistent space of financial, and I like it because we have passive ways to make income. You still got to understand how the market is moving so you can know when to shift your finances.
Yep.
But people are coming in, they want to set it and forget. I need a way to make this money. Got to trip this money twice. Ruby, how do I do that for next week? Because I owe rent. I will let you know right now, we don't do magic. We do math, market studies. We track, and we create small opportunities to build. If you didn't pay your rent and you just starting and you want to see that flip, don't come to me. I tell people, don't come to my program. I have a 12-week program. I also have private sessions. For those, if you are balling and you got that kind of money, you just trying to get it, I got you. You don't have to take 12 weeks. But trust and believe, you're welcome to the membership. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome to the membership. No problem. I'll book you for a private session. We'll handle your business, and you'll get what you came for. It's time. Just hook a sister up. Say, hey, call me on the phone or text me or put it through on my website and say, hey, I need a private session. I need to move this money, because some of y'all realize it's time to get some other options outside the bank.
Other things come through into the door.
Yeah, because y'all are feeling them banks is doing what's happening with the banking situation, what's going on with the dollar. It's time. So private consultation is available. It costs money. And you guys just pay the money, get your stuff done, and let's go. But then those who are willing to manage over time, come to class. You're going to get how to stay and sustain forever.
And you will get the skills that will allow you to be wealthy, because you have the education and the application bring you through the process. And once you have education and application, you're going to have a strategy and a structure you can use on a daily basis to make it work.
Too many platforms try to pull you through in a fast pace that you are not able to grasp, because they can't understand how to work with the individual in a group. And it's okay. In our platform, we want to work with those who have the advanced classes. When you work with the advanced classes, that's wonderful. But you ever notice in those, my leaders in the advanced classes, ever notice you losing a lot of people? You don't have regulars because they got lost and they stopped paying because they're not getting anything from it. It's time to start connecting with the community that helps people get it and stick with it.
Yep.
We have students on for 12 weeks. 12 weeks of not just learning, but walking through it with application. We're about to go into our session of competition. They're about to create a competition because of the knowledge that they have. They're going to make some money using everything they learned. They're about to build an account up that they're given. And it's not hypothetical. This is real money.
Real money.
The thing about it is when you, like I said, I put my money where my mouth is. My money is in my business. So therefore, my business runs the day. And so my students are getting to prove all this works and they don't got to pull out of pocket. But I always tell the students, don't build my bank account. Don't y'all let your strategies build my bank account. And not get something. Yeah, because there's a reward to it. Our students actually get an opportunity to build the finances. They can get paid for being in my class.
Yep.
That they pay themselves. And it's weird because you're going to be paying yourself for being in my class. Where else are they doing that?
You're paying yourself because you're
playing with your money.
You're getting back what you put in, because once you put the work in, guess what? You know how to work it. And that's it. Once you know how to work it, guess what? You're going to get back what you put in.
Look, we work DeFi, banking, liquidity pools, you name it. Lend and borrow, whatever. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, she learned that from me. You damn right. I paid you to get my information so I could create education. One of the things no one ever can take from you is what you learn. No. And when you build on that process, it belongs to you. I tell people, you got to learn the business of business. You can't just go out there in your feelings talking about, oh, I was like, no, unless you built the platform, it doesn't belong to you. And I had to learn that. So I'm building the platform. Y'all get that? And for those who want to come, hop in. Come take advantage of what's there. Because of the fact is, it's not there for just me. I don't want it. This ain't about Miss Ruby eating. I can eat all day. My question is if you starving, I'm not safe. Y'all get that? I will show y'all that video where Robert Kiyosaki talked about being dropped. He was dropped in the military. Was it an army?
Training exercise. They dropped these suckers inside the middle of a bush somewhere. Him and 5 of his team. No food. I think they just had a couple of knives and stuff that they could. Basics, like the basics. They ain't had no food. They had to live on the land and survive for, what was it, a week? A week.
Brother said day 3, they was looking at each other like, we hungry. Y'all get that? What we gonna do? And before
we're gonna make it happen.
They found a chicken. They ended up going and trying to find, they found a little chicken and they devoured that sucker to the bones. And then when the next team got dropped, same thing. They sold them the bones. Guys, I need you to recognize, go check out that Robert Kiyosaki story. He loves putting that stuff up because the truth is the truth. If you the only one eating and they smell food out your house, they ain't been eating in 3 days and they got kids and everything, who door they gonna come to?
And they're gonna knock nice first, but then they're gonna bang.
Yeah, they're going to the one with the light on, the house with the light on, while their lights are off. Y'all get that?
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for more people to have the lights on. It's time for more lights to go on. It's time for the lights to not just go on, but to stay on. And that's what our P2G movement is about. It's about making sure that you create options for yourself. Digital financial literacy is about the whole terrain, y'all. We've moved into this new space. How many of y'all can survive? I don't give a damn what you like. But how many of y'all can actually survive without your phone in a day? How many of y'all have functional lives without the internet? And everybody goes, oh, it's okay. It's all right. Most of y'all don't have the skills to live without technology. Most of y'all, if I took your phone for one whole day, couldn't make it through the entire day. You had no TV, no internet at home. I stuck y'all butts in a shack in Scotland. None of y'all would make it. You know why? Because this is where you live. It's who you are. You were trained to be. But you were never trained to be successful at it. So it's time to choose. You can choose long-term poverty, or you can choose to learn something that might change the opportunity for your entire family and the rest of your lineage from you. And with that, look, bottom line, I told you it's P2G, pennies to gold. We're going to get back into the gold. Like I said, you just saw one of the strategies we entertained. So I use my pennies to make me some gold. And we're going to talk about saying? I told you, we take them pennies, turn it into crypto, go into gold and silver, asset to asset. Let's get it popping. Mr. Thomas, you want to play a video? We got it.
We got the next one up. We're talking about something. Ooh-wee. This is about the silver run. This is the silver run.
Let's go. Let's go.
The United States, along with up to 50 other countries, are establishing coordinated price floors on critical minerals, including silver, copper, rare earth elements, all of the commodities needed for technology, defense, you name it, that up until this point, China has had a chokehold on, not only because of the supply, but because of their ability to refine these minerals, something that the United States does not have. But this could change everything. And make no mistake, it will impact each and every one of us, especially as risk and volatility continue to escalate, given the fact that just this week, China came out declaring war on the dollar, wanting to establish the yuan instead as the global reserve currency. So what does all of this tell us about what is coming next, and how does it directly impact you and your financial future? Let's get into it. In case you missed it on Wednesday, Vice President Vance told a meeting of more than 50 countries that the U.S. will establish a system creating price floors for commodities, going a step further and saying that many countries had already signed on. This is big news, and essentially we're coming straight for China. Why? Because up until this point, China has been in control of the critical mineral supply. Now, you might be wondering, okay, wait a second. Doesn't the U.S. have these critical minerals too? Aren't we rich and abundant in those? And the short answer is yes. But what many people don't realize is that we don't have the refining capabilities. So they're essentially useless to us. That's what China has, which is why they've been able to hold these critical minerals over the United States and other nations' heads, using it as a geopolitical lever, right? They could say, we're not exporting these minerals that you need for technology and defense, right? Your security. It's a top priority now for many nations as we're entering this new era of commodity wars, right? Now, the problem here in the United States, again, is that we haven't had the refining capabilities. It's like the US having the nicest car needing to go somewhere, but there's no gas. Well, then you can look at the car, you can enjoy the car, but it's not going to do you any good for what it needs to do. It's not going to get you anywhere. Right? That's how it is right now with our critical minerals. Now, many have said, okay, great. Well, why don't we stockpile? Well, just this week, President Trump came out and said $12 billion critical mineral stockpile. But eventually that's going to run out. So long term, the U.S. is going to have to invest in ways to refine these minerals. But that could take tons and tons of financing. It could take a decade before we're even at that point. So with price floors, now you don't have to worry about being undercut abroad. This is a big game changer. Not only is it going to create even more demand for these, right? It's going to be a boom essentially for critical minerals and commodities in general. It's going to establish the United States on a track to potentially be a rival to China in the future when it comes to this refining for critical minerals. But more than that, it also is going to create more geopolitical risk. Not that we don't have enough of it. But the commodity wars between the US and China are heating up in a variety of ways, not just with critical minerals, but monetary metal as well. Of course, I'm talking about gold. Just this past week, there was a commentary published in the Chioshi, which is China's ideological journal of the Communist Party, in which President Xi Jinping outlined his plans to have the yuan replace the dollar as the global reserve currency and do so using gold. Now, we've known for a long time that gold was at the center of China's plans to overthrow the dollar, or essentially position themselves at the center of the new monetary system. But stockpiling gold alone is not enough. I've been saying this for the better part of a year. You can have all the gold in the world if you're China, which is something they want to have. We'll get to that in a second. You can have as much gold as possible, but if the pricing and the settlement and the clearing and all of the payment rails internationally are still dictated by the West through the dollar, well, then you're not going to have very much success, which is why China wants to make sure they are the world's #1 holder of gold, producer, importer, consumer. They want to own and control the gold. Now, how are they doing that? I've talked about this before. They are quite literally building the infrastructure to support gold as the anchor of this new system, right? Because foreign nations don't want the yuan as the new global reserve currency. They're done with the fiat experiment. Been there, done that, and it burned them all, right? In the 1940s, the Bretton Woods Agreement was created. The United States dollar was positioned at the center of the system, backed by gold. And of course, in 1971, President Nixon delinked the dollar from gold, effectively defaulting an outright default on the United States promise to the rest of the world, right? And so what happened? Now everyone's stuck in this dollar system and they're done. Well, Xi Jinping can smell blood in the water because once the United States froze and seized Russia's reserves back when they invaded Ukraine, ever since then, China, along with the BRICS nations and a handful of other nations, have all been focused on de-dollarization, or how do we undermine the dollar's dominance? How do we reduce a reliance on dollar reserves, dollar trade, and create a new parallel monetary system, one that cuts the dollar out? And again, this is incredibly important to every single person out there watching because the dollar is the global reserve currency. So as it continues to be utilized less and less, which is happening for anyone out there who says, oh, that'll never happen. Listen to this. As of Q3 of 2025, the dollar accounted for about 57% of global reserves, down from 71% in 2000, right? That's what's happening to the percentage of global dollar reserves. As those reserves continue to go down, as there is less demand for U.S. debt, what happens? Well, the United States isn't going to stop spending anytime soon, but you need more buyers. But we have less buyers. So then what? Well, you have to up those yields. You have to up the interest you're offering, which makes it infinitely harder for the U.S. to service its debt. This is a debt doom loop, right? It gets more expensive, meaning we have to print more, spend more, less people want it, right? This is going to lead to massive inflation, right? Rapid inflation leading to hyperinflation. We've seen this play out time and time again. It's a cycle. It's a pattern. We can study it throughout history. And China's not giving up. And again, they're smart because they're doing it through commodities. Trust in fiat, trust in paper has completely crumbled. So instead, they are building a new system based around gold. They have the critical minerals over here that they can refine only. Now, the US, again, this is a big deal that they're coming out and saying, hey, we're gonna counteract this. We're gonna create price floors. And we are going to establish ourselves as this kind of counterweight to China. But it's going to take some time. Now, if anything, what this tells us, again, is that commodities are going to be more and more important. Physical, tangible gold, silver, things you can hold, things you can trust. The paper promises of yesterday, the made up numbers on a screen, they are not going to be as important in the future because everything that you have that's dollar dominated, everything you have in the fiat currency will be devalued. We've seen this play before. The bottom line is this is a massive strategic shift. This is a big deal. And we're going to see how it all plays out. But for everyone out there who's holding silver and gold or who has not yet protected themselves with silver and gold, silver as a critical mineral, absolutely, if there's a price floor established, you can expect to see silver prices continue to rise. Gold, we're going to see more risk, more volatility. We're seeing China taking aim at the dollar. We're seeing the United States coming right back for China and saying not so fast, right? As this war continues to escalate, of course, we're going to see gold prices go up too. And as China continues to say, we want to be the largest holder, producer, consumer of gold, what do you think is going to happen to gold prices? So my advice to everyone out there watching is if you do not already have your physical gold and silver, it's going to be more difficult to get it in the future. Yes, you can get it, but it's going to be more expensive than it was today. Now, the biggest piece of this, though, is to not just rush out and buy gold and silver because you're panicked, right? We want to make smart decisions. So if you don't already have a strategy in place, one that has physical gold and silver at the center of it, or if you do, but you want a second opinion, call us at the number below or scan the QR link to talk to one of our expert analysts. This is what we study day in and day out. We are a full service, physical.
All right. Thank you for that. ITM Trading. That's Taylor Kinney. You guys can check that out on YouTube anytime. We always suggest that y'all get whatever education platform or education product that is being sold so that you can inform yourself. And they are offering consultation services for free. So they'll take an appointment and not charge you for going what the possibility is. And that's great. That is awesome. Myself, I can't say that. I will let you know right now, we're going to get something done. So by the time you come to me, if you aren't in classes to learn for yourself and you come to me, you got to know what you're looking for, because I'm going to send you I will send you an expectation letter. And you have to send it back to me what you're expecting to do during our session. I'm letting y'all know. We're going to go through what to do. I'm going to show you how hands-on. We're going to have up to 3 sessions. So one payment covers 3 sessions. And I let you know right now, I don't play. I do not play. When I leave you, I leave you well in hand of what to do, how to access what you're asking for, how to manage the tech for it, and how to protect it long term. See, too many people out here scamming folks. I don't have time for that because we have things to go. I've been building my reputation for the last 8 years in this thing, coming off of scams, programs. And the one thing I will tell you, if you look at all of that time, I've never told you that anything other than saving and building and assets. You hear it all through a whole 8 years of look at YouTubes and whatever. Saving, building, and protecting. Period. Utilizing the blockchain, utilizing real assets. Okay. Gold and silver always there. You know what I'm saying? From day one. And I show you the math. That's the other thing. We're about math. We're not about myths. We're not about what they say. You understand what I'm saying? Too many of our look, I'm gonna let y'all know our culture lives on fear because of things we heard. Most of us don't take the time to do the research for ourselves. And because you don't know how to do the research, you don't ask people, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. So I did a whole damn class around do your own homework.
You know, you think you're too busy to do the research. If you're too busy to do your own money, you're always going to be too busy for it, because
you're going to be poor. That's how poor people. That's how broke people think.
You're going to go to work and spend the money before the end of the week.
Yeah. You want a guaranteed paycheck that keeps coming at the same amount, and that gets less and less every time you get it. It actually puts less and less into your life to go to work every week.
Yeah, it does.
And we just talked about that. You literally are in a prison of your own. So while they're prisoners behind bars, you are behind a window and a desk. That's your own prison, because you put yourself on that time clock at that rate. It's time to start breaking the bars of your life. It's time to start getting out of the prison you created and realize that there are ways to do it. And all you have to do is take the time. Some of y'all will go get these PhDs and all of this stuff and find out that all you did was go get yourself a fancier prison. You went to get a more fancier, what you seen more, and get this, they pay you in compliments. While you have to pay back all the money you borrowed to go get paid in compliments and still live unbelievably by yourself. What happened? Why is my lifestyle not different? You decided to go for the fluff instead of the stuff.
So a lot of people get these jobs with no title, with these titles with no paychecks, and I'm like, And
they love to talk about it. They love. I'm the such and such, such, and your status keeps you broke and keeps you hungry. And when the company is done with you, or they have difficulties and you are on the bottom rung, that they're not exact. Your title didn't hold you in.
Nope.
You get to start from scratch. You never had any. You didn't have skills with the one thing you came for, the money.
Don't get me wrong. Doctors are necessary. Doctors are necessary.
Talking to and now we speaking. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm talking to my doctors, my lawyers. I'm talking to my accountants who think they know the money system. I'm excited, but your ass is really, really busy right now through April. Y'all are breaking your butts through April right now. My question is, what's building on the side when you have to be off, when everything's calm? It's your next gig after this. And we've got to realize you got to prepare for the next iteration now.
December to April.
So, but that's counting. My question is, what are you doing in your life? Are you working up to the day when you get the 2 weeks off or the week off? Are y'all busting your butt for your bonuses that won't come because the economy changed on everybody? How about the ones who are just there at work because they feel like they could just they there to make people feel like they did to say, this is my life, I do stuff. By the time you get home, you realize you live a life at work. It's a persona. Because when you get home, you don't like how you live because it's not what you've chosen. I realize I don't know why, but it just dawned on me. I actually enjoy being home. I do, but I like traveling too. I like being able to go when I want to go. I like the ability to be able to go help a family member for a month recover and not miss a dime of my lifestyle. Y'all get that? And then still make money. How many of y'all have figured out if you get sick at your job long enough, you can lose your job and your benefits? You have to keep going. I'm not saying it's time to go lazy. I didn't say that. I'm not trying to let you know it's time. Leave your job. No, I'm telling you it's time to be smart with the resources so that you never have to depend on anything else in this world other than what your ability to learn. And once you've learned in our platform, I tell you right now, every student of mine has some people coming back to class like, oh, I remember this. The foundation never changed. Math is just, we do 3rd grade math.
Math is math.
I realized in the classroom, we were sitting here using a calculator last night to talk about that whole beast coin thing. I was like, okay, if I bought the coin at 0.0006, 4 zeros are 6, how many coins did I get? I told my class, if you save from the 7 weeks we've been together, if you save just 10 cents a day, because I teach you in the first beginning, when I tell people, I will let you know right now, the first thing you lose when you come into my class is the excuse for savings. You have no excuse for savings. When you first get to class, you got no excuse for savings. Now you just looking a man in the mirror. That's what happens. At the first day of class, you have no excuse for why you can't save. Because the first thing I tell you is it only takes a dime. We broke down the math. If they had been saving a dime, and this is different people, so I'm not putting any name on anybody, but I'm just saying in the class, if you had just been saving 1 dime every day from the time you started class until now, you'd have about $4.90, $5. If you bought this pump and dump at the price that the people who opened it up did, which is 4 zeros and 339, you'd have, what was it, $300,000 right now at that top. Because that $5 would have got you something like a few million coins. We're not doing the math of life. You know how often that is? I did that with Shiba Inu a couple years back. Elon Musk did it with Doge. You're watching the game, but you're not getting the idea. You're not really getting the plays. You just at the game clapping because everybody else is clapping. It's time to stop doing that, community. It's time to stop doing that, family. The day for clapping monkeys is over. It's now time for us to dominate the game. And you can't dominate if you don't know the plays. If you don't know what you're looking at in life. And we sit in here like we know, Don't, If you don't know what the hell is going on, ask questions.
Say something, please.
Open your mouth before you starve. Because people are winning. And these aren't just short plays that do this. They roll this game out over and over in front of you. My question is do you know how to get in and do you know where to get out? Do you have control over yourself or y'all just afraid? We're not telling anybody to panic. We're not telling y'all to go do a run on the bank. We're telling you to start shifting so you have something else. Start moving some things before you wind up waking up in the morning, because that morning is coming. You wake up in the morning excited, but then you turn on the radio to hear system crash. All banks are closed. First thing you go is not my bank. Yeah, your bank too, boo.
Your bank too.
We just got very clear on how connected the financial system is.
Yep.
So you too, boo-boo, will be in that if you don't have a strategy and things going on outside the system for yourself. Crypto, that belongs to you, not fake. Custody crypto, custody gold and silver, not contracts, and not in sitting in someone else's vault. Y'all people kill me. You got, oh, I could send for my gold whenever I get good and ready. Go ahead and see if you can send for a significant amount of gold and have them ship it to you immediately.
Let me say, this is, this also goes to the people with safe deposit box. All my valuables are in that box in the bank. If the bank gets closed, guess what? Your valuables now belong to that bank. With the new ability for them to, what is it? It's called a buy-in?
Bail-in.
Bail-in.
Look up that vocabulary word, bail-in. The banks are not playing games, baby. They're working with the politicians, and they putting in plays that make sure that the banks are safe, because banks are a business and businesses protect themselves.
Yep.
You're a business of money. What is your business? What is the business that is your life?
Are you the business of a consumer?
Instead of putting your money in, but you really don't have any control, and you don't know that, because the first thing you say, not my money. It's not your money. You signed over custody, like a child, like your baby. You signed over custody. Guess what? You didn't do it one time. You do it every paycheck. Every paycheck, you get it populated into that bank account, and you don't take out. You live off that card with the trust that it'll work. But there's nothing that you have outside the system that you're actually securing yourself with. So look, I'm not here to beat a dead horse. I'm here to share with you all. Come to class. We meet on Wednesdays. Go to the website. P2G's website is up right now. We have a beautiful carousel that has all the things that we do available. We have also programs and products and people that we're connecting in. I'm actually carousel's going to get a little full. So know what you're looking for. Because we do Work It Out Wednesdays, we are now bringing in the community of contractors, and small business owners. I'm actually looking for folks who would like to be on the show.
Yes, we are.
So that we interview you about what you're up to. If you have a movement, a project, a product, come on in. I remember when we started out with our other talk shows, and we would have entrepreneurs come in. So we've done that with Wednesdays. If you are not signed up for a Wednesday and you would love to be on one of our programs, Breakfast with Thomases, check out the ones we've done. Our Work It Out Wednesdays are up and running already. We just did a video. We did an amazing video with brother David. Oh my God, David Richards,
photographer extraordinaire.
Yes, and it was so fun. This is a good friend of mine and one of my own photographers. And I asked him, I was like, could you mind if I interview you? Tell people about your history. Now, mind you, I didn't just pull some Joe Schmo off the street or somebody I knew, because what he does is crucial, and what he teaches is even more important to people who are coming into that space. We want our kids to start looking at these professions, things that if in between jobs, what you going to do with yourself? That's skill building.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he's teaching an apprentice. He's an apprentice in partnerships right now with others that do what he does. And they're creating event, just random guys that came together. You know what I'm saying? Friends that figured out, instead of being competition, let's be co-opetitious. You know what I'm saying? Working together. And it's time for us to do that. Everybody. That's why you'll see on the website, you'll see like pictures, and they're pictures from the show, and you'll see what they do. That's what we do. We create you a commercial and marketing, and we promote it, but you get to send it out to your people and bring them to the community. Because until your customers are aware that what you're doing, you're just playing. It's just a hobby. This is what we call networking. It's P2G Networks, the network of networks. So bring your network, bring yourself first, and we'll show you I'll show you the money. You know what I'm saying?
The money.
All right. And with that, we love you guys. We got to hop off of here. We want to thank those who have been on with us from Clapper. Clap, 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 clap. Let's go. Then we got Stereo in the house, as always. Black Casper. Happy birthday, baby. You still celebrating? That's what's up. I sure hope so. That's a fellow Aquarius. Miss Ruby's going to be doing her thing on Monday. So my birthday is the Monday after. My birthday's the 16th. It's in a week. And I'm
President's
really
Day.
President's Day. And y'all are all off, so you better be on the show. Y'all better come to the 8 o'clock show and be on with me to celebrate my birthday together. We still have class, though. I will be teaching for my birthday. But I want you to know that. And for those who are who embrace our weekend events, we are going to shut down for that weekend. We want you to enjoy your Valentine's weekend. We want you to have a great long President's Day weekend, because that's a long weekend. And I'm really excited to have that stuff going on. And apparently, I'm getting treated to some cool stuff. Yes, I'm really excited. And so with those who are Aquariuses, congratulations. Happy birthday, y'all. I want you to, let's bring it in, because we got to bring everybody out. You know what I'm saying? If you party, if you build, do what it is that makes you you, but always do it with love. Y'all know that.
Yes.
That's what's up. So in that case, we got, oh boy, we have Twitch. Hi, Twitch. And those who are in all of our YouTubes and all of our LinkedIn, as well as our Facebook, we thank you so much for being here with us. We love you. It's why we do what we do.
And we appreciate you.
Yes, we do. And on that note, we hope to meet you all on the site. If you have any inquiries, just inbox us wherever you're at. I'm El Ruby Thomas, Mr. Thomas, and he's the gold banker. He's gold banker everywhere. I had to learn that. My own husband had to find him. He's the gold banker. Try to put his name in something and didn't come up. So if you would like to join the community or have a nice conversation or even be seen on the program and just tell your story, it's time. Reach out. Peace and love. We party out, y'all. I just letting you know right now. We're going to party. Rock with us. Let's go. Woo. Let's do it. Comment and y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and make sure you get notified. Y'all hear me? All right. It's hot.
What season the day? Digital finance, harmony of love, serving food to what those
boy, I can't wait for my birthday.
Eastern on P2G TV. Breakfast with the Thomases.
Oh, no.